Ooh, is that time again, little spookos? The time for ghosts and ghouls and trick-or-treating. So gather around the digital campfire, roll some actual s'mores, snuggle in tight, and let the storyteller tell you a spooky tale. Hold on, let me make the fire. Crackle, crackle, crackle. One day, a taxi driver received a call from a man who was staying in a hotel in the center of the city. He wanted to be picked up and transported to the airport. When the taxi driver arrived at the hotel, he had to wait more than an hour for the man to come out. When the passenger emerged from the hotel, he was carrying 2 large bags. Always friendly and willing to assist, the taxi driver got out and tried to help the man with his bags. To his surprise, the man refused and insisted on loading the bags into the trunk of the taxi by himself. Just then, the taxi driver noticed a horrible smell. It was a stench of rot and decay, and it was coming from the bags. When he got back into the taxi, he noticed something else that was strange. The passenger seemed very nervous. He kept looking furtively over his shoulder. The taxi driver followed the route to the airport. On the way, the suspicious passenger asked him to stop at the corner because he wanted to make a phone call. The driver obeyed and waited patiently while the passenger got out and ran over to a nearby payphone. As he sat in the taxi, the driver could smell the terrible stench coming from the boot. The odor of decomposition was unmistakable. The nervous passenger returned and got into the back of the cab. The driver looked in the rearview mirror and noticed that the passenger was eyeing him suspiciously. By the time they reached the airport, the passenger was extremely nervous and sweating profusely. He had asked the taxi driver to wait for him in the parking lot because he was worried that he may have missed his plane. Then the passenger got out of the taxi and hurried off. The taxi driver was sitting there for a few minutes when he suddenly realized that the passenger had forgotten to take his bags with him. They were still in the boot of the car. The smell was becoming so terrible that people were passing by the taxi had to hold their noses. The driver realized that the mysterious passenger was not going to return and decided to find out what was in the bags. Ah, shoot, the fire's dying. Okay, there it is. Crackle, crackle, crackle. He got out of the car, and when he opened the boot, he was almost overpowered by the terrible smell. With trembling hands, he opened the bags, and inside he found 2 rotting heads. A head of lettuce and a head of cauliflower. Well, that's not a very scary story. Oh well, maybe next year I'll still pass on you! But for this year, you get off light. Crackle, crackle. And now the fire out, it's time for y'all to go Betty bye. Enjoy your candy, responsibly of course, brush your teeth thoroughly, sleep tight, no nightmares, and God bless.